Hello everyone, this is Dr. Deeksha. Today I am here to bring about and start with a new topic, that is nutrition. In this course, we'll be studying about nutrition in detail, firstly starting with its introduction, its types, nutrition in plants, in lower organisms, and later on nutrition in human beings. So we will be dealing about all the aspects which are there related to the nutrition. Starting on with basic concept and basic definition of nutrition and its types. So let's begin. Our body, or say any body, requires nutrients to grow for production of energy. So what is the main word here? Energy. So thus that means we have certain nutrients, certain substances called nutrients present in our body which help us to grow by providing energy. Now, where do these nutrients come from? What are these nutrients and what are their importance? So, these nutrients are of basically three types. First is energy giving nutrients. What are energy giving nutrients? Energy giving nutrients are called as carbohydrates and fats. I am very sure you might have studied about types of nutrients since class 4th, 5th or maximum by 6th. Everybody knows that we have three types of nutrients in our body: carbohydrate, fats, carbohydrate, fats and proteins. Apart from that, we have vitamins and minerals that provide rapid growth to our body. So we will be dealing with the same nutrients here itself as an introduction. Thus, three basic types of nutrients we have: energy giving nutrients, under which falls carbohydrates and fats, and their function is to provide energy. Thus, carbohydrates and fats are energy giving nutrients which provide energy to the body. The second category falls under body building nutrients called as proteins that helps in the growth of the organisms. So what are the second kind of nutrients available here? Body building nutrients called as proteins that help in the growth of an organism. I just mentioned like a minute before that we will also know that where do these nutrients come from. Any guesses? What do we take in? Yeah, you are right. We take in food which contains all these types of nutrients. Thus, which is the body building nutrient out of it? The body building nutrient is protein, and this protein helps in the growth and repair of an organism. Repair means any tissue which requires specific repair is also done by the proteins. The third category of nutrients is protective and regulating nutrients. What do we mean by protective and regulative nutrients? That are the vitamins and minerals that produce energy, perform metabolism and provide resistance against diseases. Now, first thing, produces energy, that is common as all nutrients. Second, performs metabolism. What do you mean by metabolism? Metabolism means when the food is taken, it is oxidized. Oxidized means with the help of oxygen, it is broken down, and whatever the energy is released and the waste products are released, they are perfectly metabolized and excreted out. So all these regulation and protection is done by vitamins and minerals. Apart from that, they also provide resistance against the diseases. Now, what do you mean by resistance against diseases? There are some diseases in our body which are caused due to deficiency of vitamin. You might have heard a very common disorder, gum bleeding, that is specifically due to vitamin C deficiency, right? So that is what happens. Vitamins are important to protect against the diseases. We will study about vitamins sometime later, or you might have already studied it before also. But here to an introduction, I had just brought to your knowledge that nutrition is related to nutrients. Nutrition is related to nutrients that provide energy to grow. There are three types of nutrients: energy giving, protecting and regulating, body building. Energy giving include carbohydrate and fats that provide energy. Bodybuilding includes proteins that help in growth, and protective and regulating nutrients are called vitamins and minerals which produce energy, perform metabolism and provide resistance against diseases. Now, the point is, how do these nutrients provide nutrition? Come, let's study in the next slide. Now, what is nutrition? The process of intake, assimilation and utilization of the nutrients is termed as nutrition. That means all these nutrients, when taken inside the body, Assimilated means when dissolved inside the blood. Utilization means when broken down to release energy. All this process is confined under nutrition. So thus we take in food. Food contains three basic categories of nutrients. The nutrients names are carbohydrate, fats, vitamins, minerals and proteins, and these all nutrients, with the process of taken inside the body, dissolving inside the blood and then getting utilized by our cells of the body, all this procedure is termed under nutrition. Now there are two modes of nutrition as shown: autotrophic nutrition, heterotrophic nutrition. Now what are these two types of nutrition? What do we mean by autotrophic nutrition? I am sure you might have heard about it before. Auto means self, trophic means made. So self-made nutrition or self-made food comes under autotrophic nutrition, in which organisms manufacture their own food from raw materials by the process of photosynthesis. Nobody here is unaware about photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is nothing but the process by which plants make their own food. So thus this process in which organisms manufacture their own food from the raw materials is categorized under autotrophic nutrition, and the organisms are basically plants and they are known as autotrophs. They are basically plants. There might be some other organisms also, but basically plants. So plants are called as autotrophs. So thus what are autotrophs? The organisms which manufacture their own food, and this process of manufacturing their own food is called photosynthesis, and this comes under which mode of nutrition? Autotrophic mode of nutrition. Clear about autotrophic? Coming on to heterotrophic mode of nutrition, it is the nutrition in which organisms depend on other organisms for their nutrition. That is, the organisms are not making their own food, rather they are depending upon some other organism for their food. For example, their food is obtained directly from any other living organism. These are called as heterotrophs. Example, animals. Animals are basically heterotrophs. Even we humans, right? We derive our food from plants and animals. People who are vegetarian make vegetables which are obtained from plants. People who are non-vegetarian eat the meat of animals. So that is how we are the organisms which depend upon other organisms for our food. And such type of nutrition will fall under the category of heterotrophic nutrition. Example of heterotrophic nutritions are heterotrophs. The organisms are called heterotrophs. Example, animals. Moving on to the next part, the difference between autotrophs and heterotrophs. This is asked as a question many a times. The autotrophs manufacture their own food. Heterotrophs depend on other organisms. We have already studied. Autotrophs convert simple substances into complex substances. Now what is this? We know the process of photosynthesis. What happens is we take raw materials like carbon dioxide, like water, like sunlight, and in the presence of chlorophyll. So these simple substances get together to form complex substances such as glucose, which is manufactured by the plant as food, right? Whereas it is opposite in heterotrophs, where we break down complex food substances into simpler substances. How? Look, we take in any cooked form of vegetable, and that vegetable taken inside the body is broken down into simpler substances to release energy. Therefore, this process is opposite in autotrophs, where from simple raw materials, complex food substances are made. Thirdly, they contain chloroplast. Obviously, what is necessary for photosynthesis? Chlorophyll. And this chlorophyll comes from the chloroplasts. And the heterotrophs, they do not contain chloroplast. Example of autotrophs, green plants. Example of heterotrophs, non-green plants or bacteria, and also animals fall under the category of heterotrophs. So I hope the difference between autotrophs and heterotrophs is quite clear. Till now we have studied about introduction to nutrition, that what are the three types of nutrients, and what do they help us to do? They help us to grow, they help us to provide energy. These nutrients are present in our food and they perform several activities. These nutrition, this process of taking in those nutrients, getting them dissolved in the blood, that is assimilation, and utilization, that means breaking down of nutrients to release energy. All this process comes under the category of nutrition. Nutrition further is of two types, autotrophic, heterotrophics. What is autotrophic nutrition? In which organisms manufacture their own food, right, by the process of photosynthesis, example autotrophs. And the heterotrophic nutrition, in which organisms obtain their food from other organism, example heterotrophs. Coming on to the next, the difference between autotrophs and heterotrophs. Where autotrophs manufacture their own food, they break down, convert simple substances into complexer substances, and they contain chloroplast. While heterotrophs, they do the reverse, they break the complex food substances into simpler one to release energy. Thus, example of autotrophs are green plants and example of heterotrophs are bacteria or non-green plants. I hope the introduction to nutrition is quite clear and there is no else confusion. Stay tuned for the next lesson. Thank you very much.